Hello, welcome. I'm Natasha McCarthy. Please join me in giving our next brand new guest a very, very warm welcome. We have the very lovely Sarah Jane. Hello, welcome. Now, this is your very first show.
It is. It is.
It's all going to be good. It's all going to be good. We've got beautiful June Tailor Quilt As You Goes, which if any of you quilt, know you're going to absolutely love it. So without further ado, because I've seen what you've got ready to demo and I don't want to cut into that demo time, so I'm going to send you off to get ready.
Okay.
We're going to whiz down the counter, join you at the end and get sewing.
Okay. See you in a bit.
See you in just a moment. Right, those of you that love a bit of June Tailor, you are going to be in absolute heaven here because it's rare to get such a wide range in one go. We're going to start off with the 3-pack of cushions. Now, if you've never worked with June Tailor Quilt As You Go before, you put your backing on and then as you sew, you literally quilt everything together. So there's no having to quilt once you finish the item, once you finish the patchwork front. So you get all 3 of these designs. Now what we've done here for this particular session is these are all the same range of fabrics, just to give you an idea of how, you know, you've got sort of same but different. And that's what you can create. Now you add your own fabrics, or you might want to do 3 completely different styles and gift them separately or have them in separate parts of the house. It's entirely up to you. You get the wadding, and this is what we're selling in each of the June Tailor Quilt As You Go sets, is the wadding. Now this is your 80-20 cotton wadding. This is 80% cotton, 20% polyester. That polyester just holding that cotton wadding together so that it doesn't fall apart, making it easy for you to work with. Okay, so it means that you are going to base this on the backing on yourself, which is great, and it's got that lovely, beautiful soft finish. You get the fronts of your cushions for all 3 of these designs here, full instructions as well, and this is just $19.99, 000729. Fantastic. That's the start. Step with me this way. Ta-da! This is your Sophie tote bag. Now, those eagle-eyed amongst you will go, hang on a minute, I've got a design roll. Yes, and these are 2.5-inch strips all the way along there. So a fabulous showcase for any of your design rolls. And then you get to have a hero fabric along the top there, which is just beautiful. Now, in this kit, it's slightly different because you get all of your wadding, but you also get your handles as well. And I do believe, Sarah Jane, we're going to show some handles later, maybe? Yes, 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 if we get the time. That's why I'm going super speedy down here so that we can get as much demo as we can. And that is $18.99, and that is the perfect opportunity for you to break open those design rolls. Right, and your item number there, 520804. Let's stick over here where we've got another gorgeous bag. And you can see on the front here, they give you 3 different ideas as to how you might want to do it. Quite dark there, rich, lighter shades, and then maybe your blues, because we all love a blue, don't we? Now this one is incredibly popular. Again, this is a great excuse to crack open those design rolls, those jelly rolls, 2.5-inch strips all through this. A lovely, lovely beginner's make, actually. For $18.99, you're getting all your wadding, your instructions, and your webbing for your bag handles as well. That's all in there. And if you don't, if you want to then go and have a look online as well, there are more video tutorials on the June Tailor website as well. So you are fully covered for demos on this. Step this way. Your item number for that one was 663975. Right, let's have a look at this. We're now talking Quilt As You Go, and this is, I believe, 40 by 50 inches. Let me just double check that sizing. Yes, it is indeed. Now this one, oh, look at this. This is beautiful. It's been done in that gorgeous indigo fabric. This is the size of it. That's your finished size there. Really beautiful. And what you can see is with each strip that you, I mean, there's 2 more examples. You've got your Lewis and Irene on the left there and your Garden Party on the right. Stunning fabrics. If you are a quilter, I know you have stash. I know you do. It's no judgment. I salute you on it. And it's time to crack it open and actually get sewing. And you can see on the back here, this has all been beautifully quilted. Each time you sew a piece of fabric on the front, you are quilting the back, so there's no having to maneuver large full-sized quilts underneath your machine. It's done for you. It's fabulous. Your item code for this, 788814, and it is just $21.99. Again, that is a 80-20 wadding cotton polyester mix. Beautiful. Right. Next one, moving on over here, the table runner. If your house is looking that little bit sad after Christmas and a little bit depleted, why not decorate your table at least with a gorgeous table runner? I've got table mats coming up next, but this is the table runner, and the table mats coordinate with it. So this is $17.99. Again, we're looking at an 80-20 polyester cotton mix. Cotton is your 80% there. Absolutely gorgeous. There's another version. That's out of your Macawa Rhapsody range, which I know a lot of you have got. That was that Klimt Inspire fabric. Beautiful. So this is your wadding for the table runner. Full instructions, full cutting instructions. Absolutely stunning, and that is what you're going to be able to make with this. It's $17.99 and your item code 750845. Now let's have a look, because now you can absolutely coordinate your table mats as well. How stunning are these? And this is $17.99. You get 6 of these in this kit, I do believe. And that's $17.99. That's amazing value for money. And again, a great excuse to cut into that stash and make your home your own with all of these lovely fabrics that you've been buying and buying and buying. 232489. Is your code for that, and again this gives you the wadding, and again it's your 80-20 cotton wadding there, and that's going to make 6 of those. 232489, $17.99. Now, one of the things that you can never get enough, I think Director Baker, you would agree with me, bibs. Yes, 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 yes. When I had, he's like, absolutely, 100%. When I had my daughter, viewers from our old channel, they sent in loads of bibs, and I was like, I'm never going to use all these. I use every single one. Who was I kidding? I always have a bib to hand. And so this is your, for my daughter, not for me, for my daughter. I'd just like to clarify. Now, 3 different designs here, so maybe it's 3 different gifts, or maybe it's 3 of your favorite different fabric selections, but 3 slightly different designs. We're going to look at the binding on this. That was the first thing I said on the show. Actually, out of all of this desk, the hardest thing on this entire desk is the binding on these bibs. And if you can crack that, you can do absolutely anything on this entire rundown. Now, these are $12.99, 224940 is your item code for that. These are all on the website, so you can shop ahead to your heart's desire. And there they are. Absolutely gorgeous. If you are starting your quilting journey, if you are mid-quilting journey, if you just love to quilt, these are absolutely perfect for you always. Now we've got the Starch Savvy Spray. We're going to talk about that in a minute, and your basting spray. The basting spray you're going to need for these, because these are all your cotton mix. Sometimes June Tailor does a polyester one, which is which you can iron. It's got an iron-on adhesive on the back, but not with these. These are your cotton ones, so you will need that basting spray. Yes. Basting spray, have it to hand, and you are done. So, Joan, hello.
Hi, hello.
Hello, hello. All the way from sunny Wales.
Yes.
Well, it was sunny yesterday when I was there.
That's true, it was.
Yes.
It was.
For all intents and purposes, sunny Wales.
Oh, it doesn't rain quite as much as everybody says it does.
Does it get a bad press?
Yes, it really does.
Welcome, welcome. You have got lots and lots of demos for us this morning. So where would you like to start?
Well, we're going to try and take you from the beginning and through. So, your instructions are brilliant, okay? They tell you how to cut everything out, how much you need. You really don't need to worry about it.
No.
You know, it's the first thing I did was one of these quilts, and the explanations are just brilliant.
And the thing is that once you have any of the June Tailor Quilt As You Go kits, and once you get used to how it's done, then you can do any of them.
They all work exactly the same.
Exactly. So we're going to start showing you these. Also bear in mind, for those of you that are new to the show, 2 things to mention. Firstly, anything over £5, at the moment we've got a deal on, so you can, part of our Flex Extravaganza, you can pay half now and half the same time next month, which is fabulous. And if you have come over from other sewing, other channels, shall I say, and you're fancying a bit of sewing, why not also use the code HOCH, TV20 to get 20% off your first order. It's not bad, is it? Not bad at all. Exciting times. Right, we're going to start with a placemat.
Placemat, easy peasy. There's 6 in the pack. You just chop them up and take one at a time. So you get your, they're going to come from upstairs. Right, you get your printed batting, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just quilt by numbers. Quilt by numbers. So you start off by putting your back on. Okay, so it is quite tactile with the fabric, but we're going to use the basting spray. I'm going to stand up for
and the basting spray are going to come along the bottom of your screen any second. The only warning I would give with the basting spray is maybe don't do what I did, which is baste all over your carpet.
Yeah, probably best.
I had to wash the carpet.
I have little
afterwards.
blobs on my kitchen floor.
Yeah, but you can mop that away.
Yes.
That's easy. That's easy. I had to wash the whole carpet.
Oh, yeah. Not good.
I got
Not good at all.
Excited with the old basting spray.
Always baste onto the wadding. Don't put it onto your fabric, although it will be fine on your fabric. It's better on the wadding. So just a quick spray. It's just to hold it just that little bit.
It says having to use pins or anything like that, doesn't it? It's just making life easy for you, and I'm all for that.
So in the packet, it'll have told you how to cut your fabric. Now we chose the Rhapsody range because I just love it. I couldn't get enough of it.
If you have this at home, they're not doing a rerun on this fabric print, are they, at all? So if you've got it, cherish it and put it to good use like this. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Use something that you're going to use every day.
Yeah, it's Klimt inspired, gold fabric. Oh, just beautiful. Anyway.
Right, the reason for the blue lines is that's your position lines. So you will position your number 1 in, I've got to remember the order now. Okay, so you would put your first square in the middle on number 1.
Yes.
And then you will take your part 2 and put it right sides together up to the blue line.
Now this is slightly different to foundation paper piecing. If you are a foundation paper piecer, then you would think that you would sew on that line. But with the June Tailor, that is your placement line.
Placement line. I'm going to just, if it's all right with the boys. Okay.
Boys are happy.
So the boys are happy. That's good. Right. I would suggest if you've got a 1/4 inch foot with the guide, it can catch on the wadding.
Right.
So if you can move your 1/4 inch on your machine, that will help you amazingly. So that, you know. So sorry, forget words.
It's the one with the sort of the rudder. I call it the rudder underneath.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, I have 2 1/4 inch foots. 1 foot wet with that guide underneath. Take that off. And if you do have another 1/4 inch foot, or if you say move the needle over.
I've been loving this, moving the needle over, and I'm sewing quite a lot of my quilting like that now.
I forget that you can do it. If you've got a zigzag stitch, you can just move by changing the width of your stitch on your zigzag, you can just move it over.
So you're just going to sew 1/4 inch from the blue line. So you're going against the edge of fabric just like you would with any other quilting. Okay, because you're going to sew across it, there's no need for you to finish it off.
Perfect, it's going to be held.
Yeah. But I would, where it comes through at the back, put it through.
Oh, you're a perfectionist.
Tidy it up, yes.
Yes.
So, you can see now, you can see the line coming along here, and all you're going to do is you're going to flip it and finger press it.
You're finger pressing. These aren't the polyester ones, so if you needed to get an iron in,
if you need to get an iron, you can,
but
it will stretch.
The best thing I can suggest, and I absolutely love this, and this is on the website for you, but we're going to bring up the details now, is your Starch Savvy Spray. I've used this and it's a game changer.
It really is.
It's the only one on the market where the more layers you add of this, the stiffer and stiffer the fabric gets, which means that you can basically fold it over if you want to.
Yes.
And like you would paper, effectively. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, but it kind of adds a bit of grip as well. Really love this stuff. And June Tailor will always recommend that you prep your fabrics with this before you start.
Yes. Yeah. Take your fabric, spray it, iron it before you cut it.
Yeah.
And you'll get a nice, tidy line.
The thing for me is that if you do have some beautiful fabrics that maybe aren't quite as expensive and therefore they've got a little bit more movement, shall we say, because it's a slightly looser weave because you didn't pay quite as much for it, then this is how you can compensate. A couple more layers of this will just stop that movement. It's brilliant.
Give it stability.
Yeah, we want a bit of that.
So then you would find your number 3, place that, sew, flip. Find 4.
You kind of go in opposites,
Yes.
don't you, with this?
And then 4 is a bit longer, so it will cover your 2 and 3, which will then hold it down.
Yes.
So you have to make sure that they're placed where you want them before you start. So you would then right sides together, sew and flip, and so on. You would keep building it. And as you can see, the line has come through on the back, so you've got your quilting.
Quilt as you go. That gives it its whole name. That's the whole reason. And again, once you get used to this style, all of the things that we've had on the counter this morning, you can do the lot. You can absolutely do the lot.
Yes.
I love this fabric.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
I might buy this one afterwards.
Oh, don't blame me.
So we've built all of this up. Look, I even tidied it away before I came. Look at
you.
that.
Bless you. Was that job in the car?
Yeah. So we've put 2 of the corners on, and you can see here I've got my line of 1/4 inch. So I'm going to flip that, finger press it, and then find my nice corner, and I'm going to put that up to the line.
Do you pin that in place, or are you rogue?
I'm rogue.
Oh,
I'm rogue.
Woman after my own heart. I go
but you
rogue
can
too.
pin it. It's probably some of the larger pieces you probably would want to pin, especially until you get used to it.
It's hand holding, isn't it? If
Yeah.
you feel unsure, or if you forgot to spray starch your fabrics before you go, then you'd probably want to pin it because it might be a bit bouncier. But otherwise, yeah, go rogue.
So
Very busy for the placemats.
is it?
Yeah.
I love the placemats, and you don't have to use them as a placemat. You could use them again as a pocket for your bags. You could make oblong cushions.
You could
Oblong,
put them.
yeah.
You could quilt them together end on end.
Yeah.
If you've had any of the Quilt As You Go where you get like the 12-inch panels and build up your quilt from there, then you'd know how to
Yes.
use these as panels, and then you could make a lap quilt with them, or you could do a table runner or a bed runner.
Yeah. If you go on any of the websites or the YouTube to have a look at your 6-patch quilts, you could turn this into a 6-patch quilt, or a table runner, as you said, or you could even do it as a bed runner.
Yeah, perfect.
Not that I can see the point of a bed runner, but you can make a bed runner.
Well, surely that's just a place for cats to sleep.
It is. It is.
That's all bed runners are in our home.
Right. One of the nice things about this as well is when you're cutting it, you have cutting lines.
Yes.
So once you've covered it, you can see where you're going to cut it.
Nice.
So, without cutting my finger off.
Let's hope.
Yes.
Let's hope.
Don't want blood on the fabric. So I've just cut from the line. I just measure up to the line. That's not going to work, is it?
Yeah, go on. You go round that way.
I know. I'm sorry.
No. Needs must and all that. You're okay.
Okay.
You can go any angle you like with this.
Okay. So we're just cutting up the line.
What do you do with your offcuts?
Depends on how big they are. These would just go in the bin.
Would they?
Yeah,
You're ruthless.
I have a shop full of fabric. Why would I want
There's
little
no
pieces?
need to show off.
I'm sorry.
Ah.
If I want more, I just go and find it. That's the whole point of having a shop, isn't it?
No, I know. For those of you that don't have your own shop, then I keep them for wadding for ears on rabbits, toy ears, or it gets stuffed in dog beds.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
No, that little bit would go in the bin, but the bits between all the mats on the, it's quite a good chunk.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I would keep that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You can always sew it together with a bit of a zigzag.
Yeah, with your basting, your quilting tape stuff. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, it's like sellotape for quilts, so that all of your
Sarah,
offcuts,
we need some. Okay.
Yeah. All of your offcuts, you can just place together, put it over the top, and it just brings them together.
Yeah. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Right. Your binding.
Yes.
I've cut oodles of binding, but didn't sew them together. It's your 2.5-inch strip.
Okay, do we need to do bias binding on this, or can we get away with straight line?
You can get away with straight line on this because there's no curves.
Perfect. But the bib,
you've
got to do bias.
You've got to do bias.
Okay.
Right, so always start, give yourself a tail, okay?
About, what, 6 inches
About
or so?
3 inches,
Okay.
maybe. That's about 3 inches, isn't it? Maybe 4. And you're just going to sew it in a continuous line.
Okay.
Down, get into your corners, miter them.
Right, mitering. You've said the word that scares many a starter quilter.
Shall I do it?
Yeah, miter us up, Sarah Jane, miter us up.
Right.
40% of the placemats have gone. Well done if you've managed to get hold of those this morning. They are absolutely flying out. When these are gone, the rest is on a ship coming over from America, so we're waiting for those to come in. So the stock that we have is all the stock that we have for now. So do make sure that you get those. Like I say, these have to come in from America. June Tailor is an American brand. So do get them.
The nice thing about these is if you want to do more quilting on them,
you can.
You can do your free motion before you start putting your binding on, and you've still got the movement before you cut it. You can make these as personal as you like.
I always think if you've got one of something like a westerly ruler with the beautiful motifs and stuff like that, you might just want to do that in the middle.
Yes.
Just do something exquisite absolutely in the middle. Now, you've folded this binding, this 2.5-inch strip, in half, raw edges to the edge.
Raw edges to the edge. You're going to...
so we're sewing 1/4 of an inch in from
sewing on
the
the front, and then we're going to turn to the back. Right, so...
Mitered corners.
Mitered corners. You want to come to 1/4 of an inch, roughly, towards the corner.
Yes.
Then you're going to stop, you're going to swivel. I got told off the other day because I didn't swivel.
Really, we need a good swivel.
Yeah, always a good swivel. And then you're going to sew off the corner. All right, I'll show you now.
So you sew off, so you're not sewing. Hang on. Let's get this absolutely right.
Okay. So I've come to 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
Okay. 1/4 inch there, and then I've sewn off the corner, which will give you something to fold against.
Ah, so it's kind of gone at a 45-degree angle from where you stop sewing your straight line.
Yeah.
You then go at your 45-degree angle right to that point, right to that very, very tip.
It's all right, I'm trying to keep up with Chris. Right, so you're going to fold it so that your angle.
Yeah.
So you're at 45-degree angle, but on the straight.
Yes.
Okay. And then you're going to fold it back so that it comes along your raw edge again, like that. And I'm going to pin it.
Oh, now she gets out a pin. You can see how important this is if the pin comes out. Yeah.
It's the nerves. Okay. And then you're going to start right at the Put it in your mouth, sir.
Do you then start, where are we, a quarter of an inch in?
No, I would start at the end.
But quarter of an inch in from the edge there?
Yeah, you're still doing your quarter inch.
But you're starting at the top?
But I'm starting at the top.
Nice, okay.
And this is where I wonder whether Sarah's shouting, no! Right. Oh, come on, baby.
This happens a lot for me.
Sometimes some machines need a leader.
Yeah, and especially if you're working with a machine that has quite a wide needle swing,
yes,
then your fabric might just sort of disappear down. Just lift it up. You're all good.
Okay, yeah. So now, when you turn it over, you have a corner.
That
nice.
Is perfect. That is a perfectly mitered corner.
I know.
If I was closer, I'd be patting you on the back right now and saying,
hey,
high-fiving you and all sorts.
So
Good
then
work.
you would just turn it over and do your hand stitching on the back.
So just slip stitch.
Slip stitch.
Whip stitch, anything like that. Amazing.
There we go.
That was fabulous. Thank you so much.
That's more than I thought it was going to do.
Well, I'm going to go and just whiz down there. In the meantime, fill your baskets and make the most of our Flextravaganza.
It's Flextravaganza time, folks! From Wednesday the 1st of January at 9 AM to Wednesday the 8th of January at 6 PM, we would like to offer you our thanks and best wishes for 2020 by bringing you our Flextravaganza event. If you add at least £5 worth of any item to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flextravaganza Flexi Basket offers. This means you can spread the cost of the entire order over 2 equal monthly Flexi-Buy payments, offering you a more cost-efficient way of shopping with us. Flexible payments for everyone! Join us from Wednesday the 1st of January to make your shopping experience with Hochanda even easier.
A great way to stave away those January blues, getting these lovely products in ready to go. Use that Flextravaganza, £5 or more, you are good to go. If you are joining us for the very first time and shopping with Hochanda for the very first time, don't forget to use the code HOCH, and then TV20, and that will get you 20% off your very first order. Which means that this is suddenly looking incredibly attractive, isn't it? This is your June Tailor Quilt As You Go set of 3 pillows. You get the wadding for the front, 3 different designs for your wadding for the front of these. This is your June Tailor Quilt As You Go. This is your cotton 80-20 wadding here, and you're getting 3 of these. It's super soft. You will need a basting spray to baste the back before you get quilting. You are going to have so much fun with these. $19.99 for 3 of those. Your item code 000729. Quarter of that stock, whoosh, gone. Out the building. Hello, are we all right? Yep. Am I wandering off too soon? Yeah. I'm excited. What can I say, Baker? Direct base, like, will you just slow down? I can't. I'm too excited. Too excited. Right. 2.5 inch strips. Come on. I know those charm packs look so, those jelly rolls look so beautiful, all rolled up. Rip them open, I dare you, and actually get them on something that you can use. 2.5 inch strips all the way along here. A beautiful excuse for some leisurely cutting, and then you could put a hero fabric across here if you've got maybe a big bold print that you just are crying out for a gorgeous design, then there's that. And this is your bag here. You're going to get the wadding for all of the bag, full instructions, and of course also your handles on these. But some magic happens between them being like that and like that. We'll show you how later. And that is $18.99. Your code in order to get that is 520804. This way. Okay. This is the Alexandra Tote. This is super popular. Again, 2.5 inch strips. If you have those in your stash, then this is a great project for you. How much of this has already gone? A third of this already gone. $18.99, 663975. Again, this is giving you all of your wadding for the bag, and of course you get your handles as well in there, all good to go. Once you master the Quilt As You Go technique, there's going to be absolutely no stopping you. absolutely no stopping you. It's the same for all of these products, which is just great. Absolutely great. Maybe you want a quilt, an actual quilt. And this is a lovely lap size quilt. It is 40 by 50 inches. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So now's the time to actually use that stash you're sitting on. I know, we've all got it. It's not insulating fabric. It should be out and used. So get it off your shelves, get it on a quilt. How beautiful is this? Absolutely gorgeous. And what I love about this quilt is that it really does let you use these big, bold designs, and it really allows you to see those designs beautifully. So if you've got fabric that you just don't want to cut into because you don't want to lose the impact of those designs, then this is the perfect quilt for you. 788814, and it's £21.99 for all of your wadding ready to go. Full instructions actually on the kit as well, and your cutting instructions along with links to YouTube videos as well to show you how to make those. But once you've watched our show, you'll know, you'll get it. Let's have a look then at the next, okay? This is your table runner. Now, this is absolutely lovely. And again, once the house is looking a little bit bereft after Christmas, then put some colour and some excitement back in your home with a lovely table runner here. This is £17.99. And again, you add the fabric because you know what colour you have. There you go, there's some other ideas for it. That's the beautiful Rhapsody fabric there, Klimt inspired, just stunning. And now we had this fabric on the show on what day was it? It was on Thursday, my very first day we had this type of fabric. So this is a motor fabric, so maybe you bought some of that on our 3 for 2, in which case you are good to go. This is £17.99, 750845 for your table runner. Stunning. Let's see what we can do in terms of placemats for matching. Over here, I've got those next. We've just seen how to do these and how to mitre. Perfectly done, perfectly done. 80% of this stock gone. Gosh, you're gonna have to be quick for this now. £17.99, 232 489, 6 of these. 6 of these, you choose the fabric. This is giving you the wadding with all of the layout as to which one you quilt to next. It's quilting by numbers, absolutely perfect. There's, well, there you go, there's a smattering of mats there. £17.99, 232 489 is your code for that. Now for the younger table members, shall we say, the younger dining members might need a bib. And in which case you get 3 different styles. Let me just show that so you can see. These are the 3 different styles of bib that you're getting in this kit. It's £12.99. And again, especially first-time parents, have you noticed they'll often have a colour theme? Maybe, yeah, you know the one. So now you can make to that colour theme. Oh yeah, there you go. Director Baker says that for Bob it's greys and blues. Beautiful. Do you know what, as a second-time round parent, our colour theme was basically food stains so that you don't notice them as much. So any kind of, oh, you didn't know what he was going to be? He was a surprise flavour. Fabulous. Here we go. Beautiful. So it's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, no, I mean, if you don't know what flavour someone's having, then this is perfect. And also you can fussy cut in your animals. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Right, a quick reminder of your deal of the day next. Oh, double-sided tape. Every crafter's dream, isn't it? Look at that, just £12.98, save 17 pounds? Hang on, how many metres? 20 metres. That's a bargain. Absolute bargain, I like that. How did I miss that?
I don't know.
I was driving in, that's why. Good job. How are the nerves?
They're abating a little.
As soon as you get sewing.
Yes.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
You're doing absolutely great.
Cool. What do you want to see next?
What do I want to see? I'm so demanding. What do you want to see? Everything. Right. I want to see everything. We just spoke about binding. And the first thing I said to you guys when we were prepping is, if you can do the binding on a bib, then that's the hardest thing out of all of these. So maybe we'll get to that. But the bibs, I think, are such a beautiful gift.
They really are.
Let's look at that.
They really are. So you get 3 designs in the pack. So your instructions are brilliant. Am I doing this? It's like going in through a mirror, isn't it?
One, yeah.
Okay, so you get 3 designs and they're really good instructions as per.
All the cutting instructions.
All the cutting instructions.
And also, what I like about these is that you can use your scraps
Very
for
much
these.
so. The biggest piece you need is the bit on the back.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. One thing that it does suggest that you should do is when you put your backing on, I've just used calico here so that you can see it.
It's not a bad shout anyway, actually, is it?
I love calico.
Yeah.
Sew around your pieces, round the template,
yes.
the outline, so that when you come to cut it, because you're going to cover, you can see here where the this is the bib here, this rounded bit.
Yeah.
But your fabric is actually going to come to the edge of the square. I know you can't see
So
from
you're
there.
not going to lose where that template is.
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
And also it helps hold it in place,
Yes.
doesn't
So
it?
you can see when you're cutting on the back.
Yes. There you go.
Me showing you.
Well, no,
So-
I like to know too. That's the trouble. I'm
There you
so
go, ladies.
interested. We forget there are
forget
others
there's other
that might like
people.
to see.
Sorry.
You don't need to know. Let me tell you, it's great.
So we're going to show you. I'm going to show you how to cut these triangles because I didn't know how to do this, and I just went off-piste and
Did
just
you?
I put a whole piece in.
Did
No-
you?
Yeah, I know. I'm a wicked woman.
Look at you.
So what you could do is put, if you don't want to do the triangles, you could put baby in there, the baby's name,
Perfect.
before you put it in.
personalise.
I know. That's the good thing about these. You can put whatever you like on them.
Oh, it's an embroiderer's dream.
I know.
You
Right.
could put a panel, actually, couldn't you, with the baby's name on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, on most of them. You know, even
There's a
this one
space.
here,
Nice.
there's a nice space.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you how to cut the triangles.
Go on then.
So I've lost me
you lost?
doodah.
Okay, let me
Right.
move that out of the way for you.
Thank you. So
Pretty fabrics.
it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. What do you need? You need a cutting device, don't you?
Where's it gone?
This is, do you know what? This is very much like me at home. I put it down and then
Oh.
goodness knows where it goes.
I find I craft in a smaller and smaller space
Oh, yeah.
because I just push everything.
Yeah.
Right, so your fabric would be straight. On your ruler, you've got degrees,
Right.
okay? Can't really see it against this. You've got a 30, a 45 and a 60. We're going to be cutting on the 60.
Right.
Now actually with this ruler, it's the wrong way round for me.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn it backwards.
Are you a lefty?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
I'm a righty. But I don't know whether, if I was to cut from that end, it might go right. So you're going to run your 60-degree angle along the bottom of your line of fabric. This has been cut. I think it's a 2.5. Okay, so this is, you cut out your strip.
So that
As
60-degree line is along the base of
Along
the
the
fabric.
base. You're going to line your ruler up with the bottom and the top
Yes.
left corner.
Yes.
And
Do you know
just
what?
cut.
I'm so glad that you're showing us this because I always get myself a bit upside down and back to front and round the wrong way doing this. So
Yes.
this is a great one to show. Thank you.
So 60-degree line again, and this
Now where
time
does it
you're
go?
going to put it against the bit that you've just cut. And you're gonna
This
take
is where I
it-
get confused.
Right up,
Right.
so that your point makes a triangle.
Right. I'm with you. Oh, brilliant.
Ta-da!
Done.
And I've done it.
Done.
I've even been good and I've done it double. So you have your
Ah,
triangles.
That's it. Perfect.
So you would then, where's the one I did earlier? Take your triangle and it's going to, you want to put your point against the points and you're going to sew that
Brilliant.
on your quarter inch, and then you're going to flip it so that it will sit within your guidelines there.
Right. So
The next
use
one,
those placement
yes.
lines. It is not lost on me that you have fussy cut those McCaw's cockatiels,
did.
whatever they are.
I did.
Thank you. I love a bit of good fussy
Well,
cutting.
we had a load, and I thought they're the wrong way round for me. They're going to be upside down, and I didn't like it. So
No.
yes,
No.
I am a fussy cutter.
I love it. You are a woman after my own heart. Can I just say congratulations to everyone that's managed to get hold of the placemats. Well done. They have now sold out. So if you manage to get one of these, feel smug. As far as I'm concerned, well done. Good job.
Right, your binding is cut on the bias for these.
Yes.
Because you're going round the curve.
Yes. Going round the bend.
We're going round the bend.
So whilst we could
It's
get away with straight line binding on everything else on that
Yes.
counter,
Yes.
this is the one item that you really must cut on the bias.
You must cut on the bias.
For those of you that are going, but what is the bias? It's just cutting on 45 degrees. So your fabric is woven basically. You've got your weft and your warp. Your weft goes, your weft goes left and your warp goes orp.
Oh,
That's how I remember it, yeah. And when you cut, so that's woven, they're perpendicular. When you cut on the bias, you're cutting diagonally right through that, which means you've got some stretch and some bend to your fabric, which is why it will go around your corners.
So, yes, you get a little bit of stretch, like that. So, you sew them together, and you must sew them on the diagonal.
Well, when you sew your strips
When you
together,
sew your
bias
strips
binding
together, your bias
why
bind,
is
yes.
that?
Because it carries on with the stretch.
Right. And can you show us how?
You would put them... No, you wouldn't. I can hear her. Turn it over. Right.
Oh, the number of times I've done that and had to
Yeah.
cut a whole
I know.
load off, and then I kick myself. I'm like, what? Why wasn't I thinking?
So right sides together at
Yeah.
a 90-degree angle, and you're going to sew from the top left
Yeah.
to your bottom right corner,
Okay.
so that when you fold your fabric on your line,
It'll be perfect.
it's a continuation.
Nice.
And then you just chop off the bit that you don't need.
Lovely.
Okay. So you can see here, I've sewn them.
It's really discreet though. You can barely see it, can you? Lovely.
Right, the suggestion in the pack is you iron over quarter of an inch
Yeah.
at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I must have gone and start, as we did with the other one, start a few inches in. So you've got a bit of play with it at the end. So all the way round, you've got your mitered corners at the top.
Mitering those little tiddly bits.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Beautifully done. This is your
Thank you.
forte, isn't
And
it?
all the way
mitering.
round. I'm a new woman now. I know how to do it properly. Before it was all this.
It changes everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You suddenly feel professional. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I've got this.
I know.
Yeah.
So then you would sew around, and you're going to just overlap them, so that when you turn it, you're going to turn it in a little bit. It disappears.
That's really
You're
neat.
just not going to see it.
Really neat. Unlike these spaghetti stains that might never disappear.
Oh, yes, I remember. Mine are too old now for bibs.
Are they?
Yeah.
How old are they?
My youngest is 28, so we have granddaughters.
You do
So
not
I
have
do.
grandchildren.
I do.
You are not
I do.
old enough
I
for
have 2 little
grandchildren.
granddaughters.
No.
And I have a
How
son
old?
who's 30. Erin is 5,
Oh my goodness.
and Elsie is just turned 1.
Oh.
They're lush.
Hello.
Proper lush.
Hello. Are you grandma or granny?
Granny.
Granny. She's doing well.
My granny was always the one that was the fun one, so I
Oh, you
wanted
went
to
with
be a
that
granny, yes. So you're going to turn, just as you go along, you'll find that sometimes you've got a smaller area, so you're going to turn what you can,
Right.
and you're covering your sewing line.
Yes.
So you're going to,
It's just to neaten, isn't it? It's to
Yeah.
give the appearance of the fact that you're a really neat sewer.
and then you just whip stitch. Now, doing this with nerves is not the best thing to do.
Do you put a little knot in the end?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. And it's just catching that edge, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So I'm told I do it khaki-handed, but it works. It stays together. So you're just going to sew all the way round. You can sew in the ditch. you'll find the blue one there I sewed in the ditch, and it's not quite as neat.
I'm just giggling to myself because it's the way you go, well, it stays together.
Yes, it does.
Are we
it's
doing
a baby's
dressmaking
bib
with you? It's all right, it still stays together.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Bit of Wonder Web. I love a bit of Wonder Web.
Oh, look.
So there you have your bib.
Beautiful. So you can hand stitch, or you can, as you can see, you can stitch from the top. Now, if you are new to June Tailor's Quilt As You Go, the two things I would massively recommend that you go for are two things: the Savvy Spray and also your Basting Spray.
Definitely.
The Savvy Spray, which is your Quilter's Savvy Starch Spray, means that every piece of fabric, you're not going to be able to iron in between. So every piece of fabric, before you start sewing, you should spray and iron. Okay, in fact, I would prep my fabric with that before I even cut it out.
Yes,
so that it doesn't
definitely.
move. Spray your fabric, iron it. I'm sorry about that.
It's
iron
a really nice, even, sorry, button in,
No,
even spray. You know, sometimes you'll spray something and it just like big blobs of
and then
liquid,
and then little bits around
and then
the
it
edge.
takes you the This is a nice even spray, and quite a wide
What
spray.
I was so impressed by was that you can build up that texture with it. The more layers you add, the stiffer it gets. So if you are working with a slightly flimsier or looser woven fabric, then this is a great one to have in your armoury. Anyway, $12.99 for that, and your item number 673488. Honestly, it's fab. And then the basting spray. So all of the Quilt As You Goes that we've shown you this morning are your cotton polyester mix, so 80-20 mix we call that. So they don't have the adhesive on the back, which is fine because you just use this. This is your quilt basting spray. This means that the backing, whichever fabric you choose to add on as your backing, spray onto your cotton wadding this, and then just smooth your backing over the top. It means that you don't need to have pins, safety pins, or anything else whilst you're sewing on the front. It just makes life easy.
It really does.
Perfect.
I mean, we use it to base, but full quilts.
Yes.
Full quilts.
Brilliant. Now, we're going to come back to a demo in a minute, but first, Janice would like a quick word.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every single month? For just a £6.97 monthly fee, you'll benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And do you know the best bit? You can cancel at any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you'll also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom members discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings on behind the scenes. Look at all these benefits for £6.97 per month. Over 12,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
I'm a Freedom member, which means I can shop a lot.
It's the discounts and all the special offers you get.
I get special offers, I get special discounts. They tell me when everything's happening. So if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there. I'm able to just shop when I'd like.
It's just good to have.
Yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see, you could be a member instantly for £6.97 per month with no monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website quoting the item number 888 So, don't forget you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge and members newsletter. What are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
Oh, welcome back. Fabulous. Yes. Freedom members all round. We're going to look at some bags now.
We are. This one was the Sophie.
Yeah, the Sophie bag.
Sophia.
Sophie bag. Sophie Tote. Yes.
This one's
beautiful.
nice because you can use it to showcase a fabric.
Yes.
Now, I love this fabric. I cannot remember what it's called. I'm so sorry.
It's okay
but
because we're not
this-
selling it. Yeah.
No, that's true.
So
I
it's
just love this. There's not a lot
beautiful.
left in the shop. In fact, they're all at my house at the moment.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's very
we're going to
nice.
have a look at the straps. You pointed out earlier that the straps, there
They
was
come with
webbing
it,
in
yeah.
there. Now the wadding will come, your bag piece is all in one piece. Thank you. And the on the wadding, you'll have 2 bits of strap,
Yes.
wadding strap to cut out as well, which is, ow,
This
Which
is why you
is-
don't use pins,
this is
isn't
why I
it? 'Cause
don't
you
use
just
pins,
stab
yeah.
yourself. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So your wadding is here.
Okay, so we've got
So
wadding
it
as well.
actually is cut out for you, not cut out, printed out for you, so you
Nice.
just cut along the line. And this time you cut on the line.
Right. Hang on, this
Okay.
means that I've got a padded strap,
Yes.
which means that I can fill this rather large bag with
Yes.
everything and it's not going to cut
Yeah.
into my shoulder.
There
Perfect.
is a padded strength to it. It's a little fiddly, but your ends get hidden. You don't see them.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Okay, so you're going to baste on your wadding,
Yes.
lay your fabric on it, turn it over, and you're going to fold into the middle.
Okay. So as if
But
you were
on-
doing your bias binding.
Yeah,
No. Yeah.
sort
Sort
as if
of.
you were doing a bias binding over the wadding.
Yes.
Yes. And then your strap also, your webbing also gets
Oh, so
covered.
that gets encompassed as well. Oh, nice.
And then you're going to put one on top of the other, and you're going to sew
This is going to be
down
strong.
it. You top stitch. Yes.
My next question then, because we're going
Yeah.
through layers. Do we need to change the needle?
I didn't.
You didn't.
My beautiful machine managed it perfectly well.
Good old machine.
In fact, the first time it was on a really tiny stitch.
Oh,
So
really?
it worked. It still worked on a really tiny stitch. So
Would you lengthen ordinarily? Would you lengthen that
if
stitch?
I'm top stitching, I would always lengthen.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You'll find that because the webbing, your needle's going through, so it's easy on the needle. So you would sew that together. I don't think we've got time for me to do that now.
We've got about 4 minutes. So when you say top stitch, let me just show you here. Which camera would I like to look at? Oh, there we go. So when we say top stitch, you just,
Yeah,
because you've got them placed on top, then
Yes.
you can just top stitch. There you go. It's a nice
Yeah.
long length of stitch there. And that's going to hold everything together, isn't it?
Yes.
Because then all your raw edges are hidden in between that
Yes.
and that.
Yes,
Perfect.
it works out really neat. And these
Lovely.
ones here that are showing, you're putting them against the material there,
Right.
just underneath
Yeah.
your binding,
Yeah.
which doesn't need to be cut on the bias. And then you're going to flip. So you would sew that down
Oh.
2 or 3 times there, and then flip it and sew your
That is
strengthening
not what
there.
I thought was going to happen. That's good. So it's
I
got
know.
extra reinforcements
So it
there.
all then will hold everything. You can put everything in there. Now you can see the inside. So on the inside we've overlocked all the way round. Now again with the bag, I would suggest that you stitch around the outside before you start putting your fabrics on the
like
front.
you did with the bib.
Base the back,
Yeah.
do it like the bib, because when you come to cut it, there's a cutout.
Right.
You can't find that.
No.
So-
No.
You're better off stitching.
So once you've sewn this together down the middle there, is that when you finished off your edges?
No, I did my edges, I cut,
Right.
then I overlocked all the way round.
Okay.
With my machine, I didn't use an overlocker.
Oh, so it was like an over edge stitch.
Yeah,
Or a zigzag.
zigzag would do it.
Okay. Good.
Zigzagged all the way round. That way, it's all finished.
Yeah.
It's all finished,
It's a nice,
and
neat
it's
finish.
and then we just top stitched it.
Nice. So then it holds
Like
it,
a
so
top
it's not
stitch.
flapping about all over the place. Brilliant.
Really neat, really lovely. So I don't want anyone panicking, oh, I don't have an overlock, I don't have an overlock, or I can't get the bag. No, 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 absolutely. As long as you've got a zigzag stitch, you can do it.
And even a professional, you know, a industrial machine.
Yes.
You could do all of this with.
Perfect, perfect. All of the products on today's show are, of course, on the website as well, which is hochanda.com. There they are. So we've had a sellout already. The rest of the stock, quite frankly, is winging its way from America on a big ship as we speak. So what we have is what we have.
For now.
Lots of you coming in for the Savvy Spray. So well done. And the Basting Spray as well. If you are new to June Tailor, I would urge you to give it a go because it's a lovely introduction without using massive, massive quilts that you've then got to sort of struggle to get under your machine. And what you said, which is brilliant, and I hadn't registered, is that if you're going for the quilts that we've got here, the 40 by 60 quilts, 4 of them
would make a double bed.
Would make a double bed quilt.
And you would just, they'll show you on the website how to put them together.
Yeah.
With a sash in.
And then you're not struggling to get a double bed-sized quilt under your machine to quilt. That's the joy of Quilt As You Go. That's why it's absolute genius.
And I wouldn't say any one is harder than another.
No.
If you just fancy trying one, go for it. Try any of them.
30 seconds left. How was your first show?
Okay. Very fast.
Didn't we say you'll blink and miss it?
Yeah, it really was. And can I just say thank you to everybody that helped us with the samples. You've been amazing, and your work, everybody loves it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Will you come back?
Yes. Yes, I will.
Good answer. Good answer. We haven't scared her off. Right, let's see what we've got coming up. Thank you so much.
You're
after
welcome.
this show.